Tonight on the MTN News, putting down the picket signs. A strike in Billings that has dragged on for weeks is over. Also,
what's between the mall and the government, that's their issue.
A new business celebrating its opening at Rimrock Mall, but are the mall's tax problems cause for concern? And get ready for some football. The MTN sports team hits the field to deliver all the Friday night highlights next on the MTN 10 o'clock news.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 10 o'clock news.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Russ Riesinger. A strike that has dragged on since late July is over tonight in Billings. 18 employees have been striking against Boise Cascade for just over 6 weeks. They're asking for higher wages to help compete with cost of living increases and improved health care benefits. Union Representative Jim Sumas tells MTN tonight that workers have agreed to the company's new contract offer. New job numbers released today show weaker job growth for the fourth consecutive month. The U.S. economy added 22,000 jobs in August, well below expectations. The June numbers were revised to show the economy actually lost jobs for the first time since 2020. July, however, was adjusted up slightly. The national unemployment rate remains at a healthy 4.3%. Meanwhile, a new sporting goods store has opened its doors at Rimrock Mall, bringing around 50 new jobs along with it. That opening comes at the same time the mall is facing almost $600,000 in delinquent county taxes. Vanessa Willardson has the story.
We want to be your place to shop at a reasonable an economic price for you.
Dunham Sports is opening its doors and bringing new jobs to Billings.
We'll probably have 50 plus employees.
However, business comes with risks. Risks like moving into the Rimrock Mall, all while mall owners are sitting on $582,000 in unpaid taxes.
What's between the mall and the government, that's their issue.
While the employees are concerned, taxes are the last thing on their mind now, as they have been getting the sports store ready to open.
We're here to open a store and provide a service for the community, so that's our focus.
The 50 jobs the store is bringing into the community are attracting management talent, like Ed Michael, who has worked in retail for 30 years.
I've always enjoyed sports, so when the opportunity to come to a sports store where I have a little more, I think it's just a funner, a better environment for me.
Knowing the Rimrock Mall is facing tax debt isn't even on shoppers' radars. By the afternoon of the store's grand opening, it was at 250 transactions for the day.
Oh, it's a great atmosphere. I want to thank all the people for coming out.
In Billings, Vanessa Willardson, MTN News.
Well, there is certainly a lot of economic development happening right now in Billings with the new Signal Peak Ice Arena and the veterinary school, both under construction. Business professionals got a first-hand look at some of those exciting changes this week and the economic impact they're expected to have. Our Isabel Sparks has the story.
What's now Blueprints and Beams will soon be the new $37 million proposed College of Veterinary Medicine at Rocky Vista University.
It's an incredible asset for Billings.
Something head architect Dusty Eaton is excited to have a hand in.
This will be the only veterinary school in a 5-state region. So you think about the impact on Montana, and particularly a state that has more animals than people.
Those animals drawing a group with the Big Sky Economic Development, who made this site one stop on their annual Impact Bus Tour.
Every fall we do a bus tour. These are projects that we've been involved with in some way, shape, or form.
45 DBA board members, investors, elected officials, and developers hit the road to see current and upcoming progress for Yellowstone County.
It's fun to watch a project go from the early phases where our board is involved and we commit to help fund a project, and then to see it all the way through construction.
And it's not only the vet school, but projects like the new Amazon Fulfillment Center and the limited aviation facility that are already becoming huge economic drivers in a booming market.
That's the beauty about the organic growth of Billings. We don't do it with a lot of fanfare, we just do it. The city of Billings produces $11 billion worth of GDP out of a $57 billion state economy. and Yellowstone creates another $10 billion.
Executive Director Paul Green estimates the Economic Development Group is currently involved with $1.5 billion of construction projects, even during a time with rising costs on materials.
We can do things like coordinate supply chain solutions because we are the manufacturing center for the state.
A bottom line that is looking positive for the largest economy in the state.
These are projects that are extremely impactful to our growth as a community. They are an investment in both physical infrastructure, but long-term infrastructure in terms of people, right? And bringing people to this community.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
And good Friday evening, everyone. Much quieter weather for the Treasure State as well as the Cowboy State today, and thankfully for much of central and eastern Montana as well as northern Wyoming. Not as smoky, also not as cloudy. Didn't have any rain anywhere, but we did have more sunshine today, and you can see in our local part of the world, hardly a cloud to be seen. There is still some more areas of haze outside, but thankfully it is not as thick as it has been. And the temperatures were very comfortable today, but we weren't really that warm for the first week of September. We were cooler than average this morning. We dropped down to 49 degrees, had a high today that was 3 degrees cooler than yesterday and 10 degrees cooler than average. Only 69 degrees was this afternoon's high for the Magic City, and currently we're right smack dab in the middle as we take a live look outside our Stuntman Bank camera. Currently 59 degrees, wind out of the east at 7 miles an hour. So things are fairly quiet right now under that mostly clear sky, but I am keeping my eyes on some other changes moving forward. First of all, overnight tonight we'll have a mostly clear sky, but still areas of haze. More sunshine for us on Saturday and certainly warmer temperatures. Isolated showers can't be ruled out on Sunday. Your forecast coming up.
Ahead on the MTN 10 o'clock news here on Q2, a massive mural is unveiled in Columbus, what the artist hopes to inspire. And all the hard-hitting high school football highlights on the way. We'll be right back.
The MTN 10 o'clock news continues right after this.
A new mural in Columbus illustrates and preserves some of the history of life in the early 1900s. As our David J. reports, it's part of an effort to bring some vibrancy and excitement to the community.
3, 2, 1, the cattle and the cowboy moving them into town, and the rush of the stagecoach and the riders on the stagecoach with the horses.
Artist Riley Zembrennan created this masterpiece. She made a digital picture from an old photo, projected it onto the wall, sketched the scene, and then painted, finishing in 16 days.
Some of the older people that are here that have stopped by, and they tell me stories about when they were younger and just things that they remember.
Pike Avenue is right down over there, and then on the side of this building, this is where the mural is, depicting some of the history on one of the main streets through Columbus.
This was the place where a lot of people came and got supplies and came through and traveled to their homesteads and probably brought their cattle or whatever when they were moving to the homestead.
Penny Redley is the executive director of the Museum of the Beartooths and says the painting depicts the challenging life of coming to the town originally called Sheep Dip.
Eagle's Nest was an early one, and then Sheep Dip. They used to run the sheep through a dip for parasites and that kind of stuff. And then it was Stillwater.
The painting is expected to be a big draw, bringing tourists and art lovers to Columbus and hopefully an economic boost for the town.
It's great to bring it alive in a town like this, and it gets people talking, and it lets the older generation talk to the younger about this is what was going on when my great-grandparents were living here.
Myrna Lestuski is project manager for Beartooth Resource Conservation and Development, which is leading the effort on a series of projects called Recharge Our Community's Economy.
It makes people happy to see, beautiful artwork on the side of a building, and what Riley does is phenomenal.
It's great to see all these people so excited. It just gives me so much energy and positivity to keep doing what I love.
New art that has already become the talk of the town. In Columbus, David J., MTN News.